Well, this week the Union's taking the West Virginia campaign seriously. It's time for those dirty rebel scavengers or scragglers to get out of West Virginia. It is a new state, and it is a Union state. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me is my very best friend, not Lieutenant Johnny, but Prospector Johnny.
No.
Hi.
No, I didn't join this damn war.
No, you sure didn't. I did, ish. My daddy got me a nice commission where I don't actually have to fight. My arms are tired though. We've been lifting a lot of bricks and stone for this new arsenal here in Indianapolis.
Oh yeah. They're putting you on a little bit of a construction.
Well, I mean, I'm just overseeing and I'm helping, and I lifted a rock or two, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't like this." So then I let everybody out. I just over there. Yep, that's where we put it. In any case, Johnny, the week's going to open up with a battle, and I'm quotes here. It's an engagement.
So this is one of is this skirmish. Like a hybrid skirmish?
It's a high skirmish. Like it's a heavy skirmish at Droop Mountain on November 6th. Federal forces underneath Brigadier General William Averell, they're going to attempt to clear out the remaining Confederate forces in West Virginia. Averell is going to come across Confederates blocking the road at Droop Mountain. He's going to split his forces into two, send one all the way around the back of the Confederate forces. And then around noonish, mid-afternoonish, they simultaneously attack and send the dirty rebels scattering into the wilderness. And
there we go.
Not really. I mean, 140 total Union casualties to 276 total Confederate casualties. That's wounded, injured, killed, captured.
Yeah, who cares about that?
Those are real small numbers when in comparison to like
the 400
Chickamauga
families who were
Chattanooga or Gettysburg or Antietam.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't care. It's just that there's not, just not.
It's just not worth mentioning.
I mean,
in any sort of way. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. Human life means nothing to you. That's okay.
At this point in the war, no, it really doesn't.
I mean,
on the 7th, there's going to be an engagement on the Rappahannock with heavy skirmishing at Kelly's Ford again. At the Rappahannock station. Can't get away from there. Meade is going to push Lee back to his original line at the Rapidan, essentially restoring the original battle lines from the prior Lee's Bristow campaign. So, yay, this is more killing.
Back to square one.
For killing's sakes.
Great.
We're back to square one. Lee was like, I'm going to get around Meade and destroy Meade. And then they had this whole big, weeks-long campaign that wound up meaning absolutely nothing because it's all reversed.
No, it didn't mean nothing, Tommy. We got back what we had lost.
Sure.
So that's literally all we're trying to do in this war.
Yeah.
Right?
And Johnny, it's been a few weeks, and I was kind of concerned for these guys because it's been quiet. It's been a few weeks. We haven't mentioned them, but you guessed it, skirmishing at Culpeper Courthouse. We're back on track.
The courthouse, right.
Yeah, on the 8th of November. These poor
thank goodness.
Fucking guys.
I thought maybe they skirmished themselves to death.
We're back. We're resuming.
Still people available to go ahead and fire across the river or whatever. They get the water, whatever the hell they're doing out there.
Rebels out west, Johnny, are going to oust D.H. Hill and replace him with Breckinridge as Bragg, saying that I blame Hill for all of our issues at Chickamauga and not destroying the entire Union Army and us not destroying the entire army at Chattanooga. It's Hill's fault. We'll replace, which, to be fair, it kind of was his fault. He was told to attack, and then he didn't. Then he was told to attack again, and then he didn't. So,
I mean, tell me anybody else would have acted differently.
No, it's been
this whole war has been, hey, go do this thing for me. I am your commander in chief, and people being, no,
I don't want to do that.
I wanna.
On the 9th, a winter storm calms things down in Virginia around the Rappahannock and the Rapidan. Unexpected snowfall here early in the winter season. Although it has been pretty cold all of a sudden, so I guess out in Virginia it really hit them hard.
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming. It's there. There's already snow falling. On the 9th, Johnny, Lincoln with his little winter storm going on, he's going to say, his wife is like, hey, I want to go to theater. I want to go see some plays, be entertained for the afternoon.
What is he is...
There's a war going on, right? But he's like, nope, I'm going to go to a play. So he goes and he sees...
Support your local arts, folks.
Support your local arts. He's going to go. He's going to see a play entitled The Marble Heart, starring a John Wilkes Booth. I guess he's an up-and-coming actor of some sorts. I don't know. First time I've heard of him, but from what I've read in the newspapers, he's kind of popular. I've also read that he's from the South, so maybe he should pick up a gun and go fight or do something along that lines. Or
maybe perform in the South.
Perform in the South would be a way to do it, but we'll see.
Hell out of here. And so we're sending our commander-in-chief to watch a play starring some Confederate.
Well, we don't know. I guess he's from the South.
I shouldn't say Confederate.
We don't know he's a Confederate.
You're right.
He's from,
sure. Okay.
So he might not be. I mean, not everybody that's born in the South supports the South. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
look at West Virginia. They seceded from the Confederacy, so there's that. Now, on the 10th, it's going to be another relatively quiet day, but a report of Fort Sumter bombardment is in from the last weeks of Fort Sumter. So there's 3 days of firing at Fort Sumter, and we expended 1,753 rounds and killed a few, and not killed. I'm just wounded a few.
Injured, yeah. Okay. Did we make the bricks in Rebel smaller than it was?
No,
before?
It's probably a bigger pile now. Damn.
All right. Well,
on the 11th, General Butler is going to be placed in charge of the Union Department of Virginia. You might remember Butler because he was the governor of Nolens.
Vaguely.
Military governor of Nolens.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For a while there.
Yeah.
And was not very popular because he arrested women under charges of prostitution if they said anything illicit about Boys in Blue.
Well, he's just following the footsteps of his commander-in-chief there. So.
And he's going to continue to follow that footsteps of the commander-in-chief when he takes over the Union Department of Virginia and North Carolina, and then instantly orders the arrest of anyone in North Carolina who is annoying loyal citizens of the Union, specifically citing a threatening language. So if you are a Southerner, and you support the Union, and you live in North Carolina, and some other Southerner comes up to you and goes, "You're a fucking scallywag," you will be arrested under orders of General Butler. So,
scallywag. I mean, it's
pretty.
I don't want to be called a scallywag.
Well, you wouldn't be a scallywag, Johnny.
You
would
basically assault.
Yeah, I mean,
it's basically assault is what they're doing by using their words. So arrest them. Arrest them all. Solution. Just put them all in jail.
Johnny,
you know what?
This very short week, it's going to come to an end on the 12th with resumed bombardments of, you guessed it, Fort Sumter. Because if the last month of shelling hasn't taught us anything, it's that eventually they got to surrender, right?
You can't shell it enough.
Like, eventually.
You can't shell it enough. You just can't.
Nope.
It's working. It's just it's a process. It's it takes.
It's like the Anaconda plan. It's working. It's just going to take longer than we thought.
Yeah, and you're not going to see it working until the very end, and then it'll all
come together,
and it'll be great. Yeah.
So we'll see if next week's the week that Fort Sumter surrenders. I highly doubt it. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. We talk about all kinds of fun things that aren't Civil War related. We talked about a boat that sank, and the dude that wrote the song about the boat that sank. And we talked about Nazis on methamphetamines. We talked about, that's kind of sort of Civil War related, eggs, and getting into a war over eggs.